Hello, you guys, and welcome back to another episode of Food is Medicine, so let's get cooking. For those of you guys who are new, thank you so much for joining. My name's Hannah. I actually just graduated medical school, so I guess that makes me a doctor now. So crazy. I'm starting my residency soon in family medicine, so I'm super excited about that. And basically, I started this channel relatively recently, a couple months ago, just to kind of make some healthy meals in the kitchen that are affordable, delicious, and also kind of informing you guys about all the benefits, kind of the biochemistry of what this food does for us overall and how we can support our overall health in easy ways and making it super approachable. So today we're going to make kind of a golden milk overnight oats. So if you haven't seen, one of my most liked videos so far has been my golden milk latte that tastes like dessert. It's so good, you guys. Definitely see that video to learn about the health benefits behind golden milk. I'm going to sneak in another health benefit that I didn't include in that video in this one as well, but we're basically using that recipe and then we're putting it in my overnight oat recipe to make this beautiful overnight oats that has that golden milk latte taste. You're starting your day off with tons of plant-based nutrients, polyphenols, and all these just like plant phytochemicals that are so good for your health, especially turmeric. You're starting your day off with turmeric, so it's wonderful. Again, this one tastes like dessert too. I feel like this recipe is just such a good one, and it's been a favorite so far. So I'm going to show you guys how we do that. This is something that I'm planning on using in residency kind of as a meal prep. Overnight oats are so good for you. I'll tell you guys some benefits about this and how we make oatmeal a little bit more blood sugar balancing. I love oats, and I'll tell you some health benefits about that as well. So with that, let's get started. Okay, so I already made my golden milk here. I basically kind of made a more bulk amount of the spices that I use, but it incorporates turmeric, cinnamon, cloves, ginger, nutmeg, wonderful spices that are so good for you. It also has, and then you put vanilla in with your milk, as well as in the video I incorporated a date, but here I made it a little bit more quickly by just adding about a teaspoon of honey. So go see that video for the recipe. I'll also put the recipe for the golden milk in the description below, so you'll see that as well. It'll be the golden milk, and then it'll be the entire oat recipe just to make it easy for you guys. But I have this already warmed up here. I'm going to warm it up again, get it mixing. Perfect. So super easy, delicious. I can already smell it. It smells like fall. And then we're going to start working on our oats. So I'm putting a half a cup of oats in our cute little mason jar. Okay. And oats, sometimes they can get a bad rap because they're a carb, but they're a great source of fiber. They're a great source of beta glucan, which is really good for our gut health, our immune system overall. Getting enough fiber can help to decrease our cholesterol. It's heart healthy in moderation. I don't recommend, getting those quick packets of oats that have tons of sugar and flavoring in them, but making it on yourself, I'll show you guys how we make this kind of more blood sugar balancing by incorporating a lot of healthy fats and then protein as well. So half of a cup of oats, very modest amount, and I think that there's some really good health benefits for those who like oats. And then we're going to include a scoop. I was going to say a cup or a scoop. A scoop of my favorite protein powder. It's a little less than a scoop, but you can do a full scoop if you want. This one has 25 grams, so it has a lot. And I love this one, whey protein. And then I'm going to do a tablespoon of both flaxseed. So a good amount of flaxseed. I love flaxseed. If you guys have been watching my videos for a while, you've heard me talk about the phytoestrogens. Love those for our overall health. Definitely not something to be afraid of. And it's also a great source of plant-based omega-3s. Same thing with chia seed. I'm going to include these as well. Both flaxseed and chia seeds. Chia seeds are also a great source of fiber and also omega-3s as well from the plants. Flaxseed and chia seeds will help to add some fiber, more fiber to help balance the blood sugar. Fiber is so good for us overall. Fiber is one of the main things lacking in the standard American diet that is so necessary for optimal health. Most of us don't get enough fiber, and this is a fiber-rich breakfast, and it'll keep you full. Just really good for you overall. But the chia seeds and the flax seeds have this type of fiber called mucilage, which is basically kind of when it's sitting in our lovely golden milk latte overnight, it's kind of cause it to congeal a little bit. And if you've seen chia pudding, you understand kind of what mucilage does. It kind of gives it a more gelatinous texture. And mucilage is actually wonderful for, again, contributing to gut health, making the dish very satiating. And so it can help with kind of weight loss and that kind of stuff as well, if that's something you're struggling with. If not, honestly, just like helping you stay full throughout your day and starting your breakfast with something that's going to make you feel really full, help to balance your blood sugar. So love to incorporate both of those as well. And then I also actually will put that on at the end. I like to incorporate cocoa nibs or cacao nibs, and then also almond butter. So we have our protein, we have our fats, we have lots of fiber. I'm just going to put this top on. Hope you guys can see how easy this is. You can make a ton of these. Like, honestly, I'm planning on in residency to start my day off with this power breakfast. I'm planning on making like 6 of these for like a work week, for like my inpatient rotations, when I want to make sure I'm getting enough nutrients. So I feel like this would be a really good thing to do. Make it super easy, grab it in the morning and go off to work. So it's all mixed up wonderfully. We have our golden milk latte. You could just drink this. It tastes so dang good. Again, in the video, you'll see that I used a date for the sweetener. I love that, but you have to use a blender for that. Here I use honey, which is also a great substitute. My mom likes to do that, and she's found that it works really well. And honestly, I think it tastes just as good. So you can use honey and just kind of stir it if you want to do that as well. So then we just pour our lovely golden milk into our oats, okay? Oh, it already looks so good. I'm gonna stir it just a little bit, but you can see it's already kind of going down into it. You guys, promise me you'll make the golden milk. It smells so good. It is like my favorite thing in the world. Especially kind of the focus is on turmeric, but all the other spices in this are also so beneficial for you. Super anti-inflammatory, super good for just your overall health, and it's very protective of your brain. So really good for your brain health as well. And who doesn't want a healthy brain? So this is powerful. This is a great way to start your day. So we have that added, okay? Now I'm gonna add some cacao nibs, and don't worry, I haven't forgotten about the fun. Let me just put my hand in. I haven't forgot about that fun extra fact about the golden milk that I want to tell you guys about today. So as some of you guys may know, I'm extremely passionate about women's health. I'm gonna do maybe like a tablespoon. And I feel like turmeric gets a lot of people talking about it, you know, for its curcumin and how it's just really good for anti-inflammatory overall. Let me just wash my hands really fast. So that's kind of the main thing that I feel like people will talk about when it comes to turmeric is, you know, how anti-inflammatory it is, how it's so good for your brain, can help with joint pain, all that kind of stuff. But I never want you guys to leave a video without learning something. And so if you've already watched my golden milk latte video, I wanted to add a little bit of, you know, extra facts in here. So turmeric is also a great source of carotenoids. So you may have heard of beta carotene. So basically, these are the substances found in a lot of vegetables that are orange, like pumpkin, mango, carrots. You can also see it in like zucchini, it's in green vegetables, and it's also in yellow vegetables like yellow squash or something like that. So carotenoids are so beneficial for our health. Really, really important to be getting into our diet. A lot of people will think of them as really good for our eyes, which is absolutely true. They actually get converted, some of them get converted to vitamin A in our body. And if you guys know, I'm really passionate about women's health, as I mentioned. And I wanted to let you guys know that there's actually receptors for vitamin A on our ovaries, which I found so interesting. And so not only is, you know, getting carotenoids and vitamin A in your diet good for, you know, your eyesight, but it's also good for your reproductive health. And there is something specifically for women of reproductive age who are ovulating. After you ovulate, your body produces this temporary endocrine organ called the corpus luteum. Luteum is Latin for golden yellow, kind of like the color of our golden milk. And the reason the corpus luteum is golden yellow is because it's actually rich in carotenoids. This corpus luteum is responsible for producing progesterone in the luteal phase, that second half of our menstrual cycle after we ovulate, before we have our period. So super interesting finding there. And kind of the thought behind that is carotenoids are so beneficial for our reproductive health and for a healthy period. And so getting things like sweet potatoes, turmeric, mangoes, things that are rich in carotenoids, your spinach, your zucchini, again, your yellow squash, things like that, so good for your overall health. And I just find the body so miraculous. And it's so cool how this temporary endocrine organ that's only around for a little bit is golden yellow and it's rich in carotenoids. And so when you're thinking about eating these things that are that color, you're getting your carotenoids in your diet, you can think about the fact that you're nourishing your corpus luteum, which is responsible for that wonderful progesterone that's basically being produced by that for about 14 days on average during your luteal phase. So beautiful. The body's miraculous. Food is medicine, and food is so miraculous. And so I wanted to leave you guys with yet another fact about turmeric and just nutrition in general that wasn't in the other video. Definitely check that video out, though. I'm going to try and see if I can add it as like a related video below. But yes, so I'm going to basically just put this in the fridge, and this should be perfect for tomorrow morning. I'm so excited to have this. I might actually make a couple more just to have them kind of like in a row in the fridge. Really, really good way to start your day. Again, you've heard all the health benefits about turmeric now, and just all these wonderful omega-3 rich, fiber rich, protein rich. This is a great way to start your day. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe for more videos like this. In the comments, if you have anything that you want me to make a video about in the future that you're curious about, I would love to. So say hey, let me know. And yeah, thank you so much for joining. As always, I want to close with food is medicine. So let's get cooking. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you next week.